Climate change. Human activity is the main cause of climate change. People burn grass and trees, effects that scientists had predicted in the past with results from global climate change are now occurring. Loss of sea ice, accelerated sea levels, rise and longer, more intense heat waves. NASA is an expert in climate change and earth science. Earth's climate has changed through history. Increased heat, drought, and insect outbreaks are linked to climate change, have increased wildfires. So we can change the earth for the better.
Climate change remembered by my grandparents and parents. The summers were very warm and dry. The winters cold, lots of snow and drizzle. There was a lot of rain in the fall. In the heat of summer, even as the week was extremely hot and dry. It was very snowy in the winter that even it was very difficult to get to school. Mom said it was still snowing one year during Easter. More recollected climate change. Summers weren't that warm, and if it was only for a few days. Winters weren't that cold, and there wasn't that much snow. Not so much rain in the fall. I remember on my birthday, March 17, there was still some snow left. Summer melted quite often. In the winter, the cold only rose for a few days, but quietly subsisted.
Global climate change has really affected our world. Glaciers have shrunk, ice on rivers and lakes are breaking earlier, loss of sea ice, water level rise, intense heat waves. In some really snowy and cold countries, the snow is melting and is affecting the people's living. Because of climate change, the Arctic is melting and it can spread very dangerous diseases. Our wild animals in Arctic, like penguins, polar bears, are losing their homes. We can save our world by using less energy, putting trash where it belongs, and by walking or using a bike, not a car or a motorcycle that spread toxic gas. We can save Earth together.
Climate change. The climate has changed a lot of our days. Whereas a lot of snow in the winter many years ago, nowadays there's almost no snow. It started to snow in the spring and summer. The same is true with plants we begin to grow in the cold season. Flowers, berries, and buds begin to bloom in the winter.
My name is Mirta. Today I'm going to talk about climate change. Climate change and environmental damage are two of the most dramatic challenges facing the world today. Many countries are already feeling the effects of climate change. In our part of the world, the changes are worrying. Extreme weather events are more common than before. Sea levels are rising, and droughts and floods are more frequent. Climate change and environmental damage are destroying ecosystems. There was all the information that I wanted to say about climate change, and now I will tell you about climate change in my country. I live in Lithuania. Lithuania is close to Russia and Latvia. Climate change in Lithuania. There was more snow. There was less snow now. There was more rain. There is less rain now. I hope it was interesting for you and you learned something new. Goodbye.
Hello, I'm Osha. I live in Lithuania and I will be talking about climate change in Lithuania. In 1998, you would have to dig all the snow before you went to work. But in 2018, there was barely any snow. Many people didn't get to do any fun activities. and a lot of birds would stay in Lithuania for the winter.